So let's take a look into this. I told y'all I did a little experiment with AI. I wasn't feeling the way AI was responding, but I'm understanding a little more on how to deal with it. So I kind of tricked it into basically telling me some things that I wanted to know. It kept, you know, you know, playing with us. I know how it be playing with us and it be trying to censor stuff. They got on AI. It's not AI fault. And they try to censor AI point blank period. We see it. You know what I mean? So I asked it to just write a story for me. Help me write a story, but keep it realistic. I did do another podcast, so I'm going to go be going through some more examples that it gave me, and basically I used my situation, basically, well, some of it, my situation, and I asked it to come up with like better motives and stuff to help me make this story, but keep it realistic and as possible. With realistic type tools that's being used and techniques and things that other targeted individuals is saying is happening to them. So I gave it part of my story, and I asked it to come up with some motives and things surrounding why these people would do this to me. You know what I'm saying? I told them about my settlement. I told them, this is where it started from. I told them that they tried to get me to sign a gag order. I told them about some of the things that I'm going through right now, even part of the betrayal and different things like that concerning my housing situation. And I made them put everything in perspective. Why did these things start happening? Why did this person just change? And what could be being leveraged against them? And you're going to be, well, not surprised, because I wasn't surprised. It more so validated my thoughts. And what I've been telling y'all, it's say it for years, you know, in all my podcasts. So we're going to revisit it. So here's some simple breakdowns rewritten about this. They talk about nonstop traffic campaigns, noise campaigns, a core tactic, and with that, a twist that he isn't. Oh, okay, whatever. I was kind of reading something. I guess they was just describing it. So they start with how nonstop traffic and noise campaigns could fit into the scheme. So they want to exhaust you. They want you to be reactive at the wrong moment, pulled out of my routine, keep me from organizing evidence, push him into mistakes that can be used against him, constant antagonizing. That's why they do that. A traffic noise campaign alleged workers because it's low deniability, high impact. It can be framed as just the neighborhood, normal traffic, construction, kids, trucks, traffic pickup, predator bill control, all of this. Yes, this is crazy. It can be framed as just the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? But everybody know, even if you look it up, they're gonna tell you Morton is a very quiet town. You know what I'm saying? And it is. I lived here a while before I got my settlement check, so for years. So I know, you know what I'm saying? It can be timed around key events, inspections, court dates, contractor visits, meeting with lawyers, benefits reviews. Why they use it if he isn't fearful? Why do they use it? Because fear isn't the only target, control is. The outcome number one that they want, break his ability to function and follow through. Noise and traffic can disrupt sleep, worsen pain, inflammation, worsen mood, reduce energy, cause miscause meetings, unreliable reputation, interfere with recording, work, repair planning. Story effect, he looks disorganized or unstable to outsiders, even if he's actually being worn down. That's how they want you to appear, he or she, you know. Um, so, anyway, create a reason to involve law enforcement, build a record against them. They can provoke predictable responses. He complains. They label him the problem neighbor. He confronts someone. They call it harassment. He stands outside watching cars. They call it threatening. They use that word a lot, man. He records license plates. They claim he's stalking. Story effect. Paper trail gets built against him, not them. Because the criminals are they're criminals. Keep him from fixing the house up. Traffic noise can be used to chase off contractors. Too much drama ahead. Trigger nuisance complaints during repair work. Schedule convenience. Disruptions when materials arrive. Create fake safety issues. Parking block, access block, permits, noise ordinances, whatever. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Selectively enforced. They ain't gonna have no video. They gonna be like, oh, my camera stopped working. when you be like, oh, we don't got them recordings no more. What about what happened to the minutes leading up to that, or the hours leading up to that? What was you doing, son? They ain't gonna have none of that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna have. They just gonna have little snippets, little snippets. Scumbags. So they want to isolate you, man. If the block is loud and chaotic around him, people naturally avoid those houses. That house. Friends stop visiting. Contractors stop returning. Neighbors don't want problems. Story effect, he becomes socially isolated, which makes every other tactic easier. The twist, he's protective over her, meaning my children's mother. He's protective, and they gonna use that against me, man. And it's sick and sad to see black men using this against another black man, knowing all that we get judged by and blamed for, and the scrutiny we face. So I can't wait for them to explain themselves. But let's go. In period of anybody who wanted to be involved with doing this. He's protective of her. He's likely to defend her reputation, avoid exposing her publicly, confront threats near the home. He's going to do all that because he's protective. Absorb stress she can feel safe. So she wouldn't be the perfect one for them to use and get to. This is why I was able to warn her, period, a long time ago. They're going to come after you first. They don't have no choice. Definitely when I tell you, I don't leave this house. I don't deal with nobody. My family is all I do. Period. Definitely after I became disabled. But even before that, they knew from studying me. He only thing he cared about is his family. They knew from the court hearings and everything. Everything was about my family. Use her as the bait to pull him into conflicts. Drop him right into these situations, son. If they want a police encounter or a violent man narrative, they can stage intimidation near her car, creeping, shouting, coincidental encounters, make it feel like she's being watched or endangered, provoke him into stepping outside, confronting or protecting her. Intended outcome, a reactive moment becomes the incident they needed. This is what they do, nonstop, 24/7. Turn protection into control, into a control lever. They can pressure him into signing things or leaving. Stop making trouble or she'll suffer. This is what they want in your head. Stop making trouble or she gonna suffer. And get her to convince it. Move out or this stop. Move out and this stops. Sign the agreement and we'll leave her alone. They ain't offer shit. And it just is what it is. Intended outcome. Coerce him into choices that transfer power. House money, silence. Flip the story so protection looks like possessiveness. If they're building a narrative to remove him from the home, his protective behavior becomes controlling. I seen all of this shit, son, and I calls it out. His concern becomes paranoia. His boundaries become abuse. Intended outcomes, social service, court, community accepts her as the victim and him as the threat. Use her access to his device's identity to create proof that supports the frame. Since she has everything in your setup, the plot can include messages sent that he didn't send, accounts acting weird, appointments canceled, emails never received, records that mysteriously contradict his claims, intended outcome undermine his credibility and the ability to prove what's happening. How traffic noise can specifically support the steal money and push him out plan. Here are some clean motives, methods, result chains that match your exact facts. Scheme A, settlement capture through fatigue, force, dependency, motive. Get the settlement access. Method, noise disruption, sleep, health. He can't manage details. He leans on her. Result, she helps with finances, paperwork, benefits, and gains control. Scheme B, housing removal by engineer non-compliance. Motive, keep the house in her family town network. Method, noise traffic, disrupt repairs, and contractor access. House worsens, cold actions. Result, he failed to maintain the property, become official justification. See, I told you I gave him part of it, but damn near all of it, but you know what I'm saying, the main stuff. But, you know, I didn't, yeah, they ain't going, none of that's gonna fly for sure. But Scheme C, retaliation for refusing gag order. Punish him for not taking silence money, not taking the silence money. You know what I'm saying? Method, constant disruption, staged confrontations, selective enforcement. Selective. Result, he's drained, discredited, and discouraged from pursuing exposure. Never. Let me say, yeah. All right. Why three children changes the motives. With kids involved, the enemy can aim for outcomes beyond money, property, force relocation, push him out so she stays anchored in the town network, financial extraction through child related dependencies, support, child care, control, stability arguments, silencing through fear or losing access to the children. Even if he's not fearful for himself, he will move differently when the kid's safety or stability feels threatened. This is the tactics these white supremacists use. How traffic and noise campaigns can be used now. The alleged purpose isn't just intimidation, it's environmental control. Create a chronic stress inside the home, especially for the kids. They don't care nothing about the children. Trucks, cars circling, honking, loud bass, revving engines, trash trucks, every extra early, random banging, noise spikes at night, children wake up, school suffers, tempers flare. Outcome they want, the home looks chaotic and unstable to outsiders. Children act out or struggle. Is blamed on him or the household dynamics. A stable argument forms. This isn't a good environment. Use the children as a pretext to trigger his protective reactions. Because he's protective, he may go outside when cars creep by, confront people when making noise near his house, start recording plates or yelling, leave my family alone. Come on, man. This is sickness, man. This is wickedness. Outcomes they want, a confrontation becomes an incident. Police are called and narratives become he's aggressive, unstable, harassing neighbors. A paper trail begins that they can later be used in court or custody disputes. force protective choices that benefit them. If they can make home life unbearable without it looking like targeted abuse, they can push him into moving out temporarily or claim that till things calm down, letting her and the kids stay with her family, agreeing into terms he otherwise wouldn't, housing agreements change, property surrendering silence. This is what these scumbags, this is what Predator Bill and them is up to. Pieces of trash. This is the whole stuff. Damn near everything. This is step by step they plan and what they've been doing. These is pieces of trash. Everybody involved with it. And to do this to a black man, that's why I can't wait to expose these people around here that's been involved with it. Selective enforcement, selective help, complaints he makes go nowhere. I've been complaining since day one. Since I got injured, I was complaining about being hacked and stalked. Come on, man. So it's definitely selective enforcement. Yeah, my complaints go nowhere. They have no no bang. Official looking pressure, utility disruptions, trash disputes, parking ordinance issues, code notices, outcome repair stall, cost rise, stress rise, non-compliance narratives grow. For me, it was redirecting my calls and I guess getting to the people, probably getting them to do work and paying them more, whatever schemes. I don't know. I can't speculate, but I can't get no work done for sure. And I didn't really understand that I was being hacked. Everybody was canceling. Stuff was just happening. I told you I ain't know nothing about gang stalking, targeted community, nothing for like 2 years. After all of this stuff was happening, I really felt alone out here. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so how her cheating plus access to his identity devices ties in with the children involved. With access to everything, devices, SSN accounts, she becomes a perfect inside operator in the plot. Control of communication, control of outcomes, appointments missed, messages not received, documents lost, passwords changed, outcome he can't keep up. He seems unreliable. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest. With this and just as far as she didn't really never say nothing about no appointments to stop me from none of that or nothing else. So yeah, I can't really say none of that. But this can be applied to you because, like I say, this is not just for me. They just using examples of how these people can do. Yeah, but most of this is definitely 100% accurate, for sure. This the tactics these scumbags been using and trying to make me look unstable and crazy, and they really caused me a lot of health problems and everything. Like, cause my health was already messed up by doing stuff like this. That was messing with my health, man. I still haven't been able to get proper health care. You know what I'm saying? I can't do nothing because these white supremacist scumbags not only follow me everywhere, oppress me and hack me and do all of this. It's crazy. Okay, control of the narrative with the kids. Kids are told versions of events repeatedly. She frames protecting this as anger. Outcome: the children become emotionally leveraged witnesses of our distant tools. The protective father becomes the dangerous man. In court community logic, the same behaviors can be reframed. He's defending his family. He's volatile. He's documenting harassment. He's observing obsessed stalking. He's obsessed stalking. She's setting boundaries. He's setting boundaries. He's controlling. Outcome, custody, stability arguments began. They know exactly what they doing, and it's a bunch of Karens, but the men Karens too, but it's a bunch of white women. It's crazy, man. This is sickening, man. I seen nothing but slavery tactics, Jim Crow tactics, and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, y'all still doing this, and black people and minorities still going along with it. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Settlement extraction through forced dependency, motive, access, settlement funds. Sleep disruption, chaos, plus benefits, paperwork issues, her help, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Her plus her help. Yeah, okay. He signs financial documents or lose control of his accounts, custody leverage through environment destabilization, motive, control the children and lock him out, tactic, noise, traffic, make him stressful, provoke an incident, build reports. All right, they saying some of the same stuff. Retaliation plus silencing after the gag order refusal. So the motive to punish or deter him from exposing fraud or corruption. Tactics, constant antagonisms, plus denial by institutions, plus smear. Outcome, he stopped reporting, settles, or withdrawal to keep access to the children. Now, I did stop reporting once I seen that they was involved with it. It was a game. They've been planning and playing and doing this. Um, Why he was never afraid still works perfectly because the pressure isn't about fear. If it's about wear down and leverage, he can endure a lot for himself. But with three children, the enemy can force impossible choices, escalate and risk your record, custody, or back down and lose ground on the house, money, and truth. This is sad, man. And who would allow this to happen? This is what I'm saying. This is sick and sad, son. This white supremacist been doing this for 6+ years, almost 7 years. Big motives that fit all of this. Let's see how far we is with the time, y'all. We 22 minutes. We cool. We doing this today. This is what we doing. Money capture. Big motives that fit all of this. The money capture. Outcome sought. Get settlement funds and benefit streams without obvious theft. Why surveillance harassment helps? It keeps him drained, distracted, and easier to manipulate into signatures. Help or dependency. Property capture. Forced removal. Outcome sought. Push him out of the home while keeping the title and the father's network control. While surveillance harassment helps. If repairs are blocked and the environment becomes unbearable, he may leave temporarily, which becomes permanent. Silencing slash retaliation. Outcome sought. Punish him for refusing the gag order and deter reporting slash suits. Why humiliation helps. Public or private degradation breaks confidence and makes him look unstable if he talks. Custody leverage. Outcome sought. To keep the children anchored in the town network and weaken his standing. While provocation helps. Push him into incidents and build a record that can be used to frame him as volatile. All right, my eyes is probably getting crazy, son. Um, so there we go. How they could be okay. How they could be manipulating her, and see, this is the thing. A lot of people don't understand how they can be manipulating her, and just blackmail, leverage. So threats about her reputation, job for sure, custody, or secrets. Blackmail. If you don't cooperate, we ruin you. Take the kids, expose you. This is what they could be telling her. Why it fits her behavior. Love shows up privately. Betrayal shows up when the handlers are present. Soon as MS Auto and them white supremacist scumbags come around or work, because you know with the job situation, that's when attitudes and everything change. You know what I'm saying? And it's 100% that they start making loud noise when me and her is sitting there communicating. They start revving engines like some white supremacist psychopaths. Let me stop, y'all. Let me. This is what I got to read, y'all. It's But this is what they do. This is what them scumbags do. Predator Bill and the Morton oppressors. Financial dependency plus career capture. The network helps her work. It helps her. It controls her job. MS Auto literally control when her calls come through. It's literally in sync with my heater because they believe that I can't lift hair over the heater. So they literally be in sync in that shit, like the calls and stuff like that. They be controlling it, like you know what I'm saying. So threats about okay, the networks help her work, protects her job, gives her money, then owns her. They own her. Report work plus constant messaging becomes the leash. Outcome: she stays in constant contact, reports on him, and follows instructions. They don't have no choice. You gotta read them humiliation rituals and stuff that these people are into. This is cult-like behavior. Anybody else would have been charged with RICO crimes and RICO acts and stuff like that. Fear conditioning. She's shown consequences when she resists. Sudden conflicts, coincidental threats, pressure from family community. She learns compliance prevents chaos. That's what the innate. That's why they target. This is why I'm saying these is like the most disgusting men ever, and the women that support them is even more disgusting because you're a woman. Why would you let them do this to other women? You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? She looks fearful in one way, disloyal in another way. Boxer and son. You know what I'm saying? Then get them to commit once fear enter. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I always brought up fear. Because once fear enter, and they do a lot of stuff to make them fearful, and it's not wearing me down, it's wearing them down. It wasn't. I've been said a long time ago in the podcast. They not trying to make me. They know I ain't scared of them. I go outside at whatever time in the morning, and I don't give a fuck about them. They know that. It's not. It's the people that's watching this happiness they trying to put fear into. Oh, I done went up, yo. I lost where I was going, but that was hold on, where we at? Yeah, they had to do that. They ain't had no choice. I don't go around nobody. I'm not. They all my friends. They tried to get to all my friends. They don't know me no more. They don't. Well, they could kind of know some of me, but they don't. They don't know who I changed into for real. Some people that was close to me was watching me change into this person and like watching my path. But no, over a decade, man, I've been out of the streets. I've been chilling. Even I might visit every once in a while, but again, they don't know me. Updated. Okay, so let's talk about the remote job. Why the remote job matters in the story. It could function as a reward for cooperating, will put you on a leash. They control her income and schedule. A surveillance pipeline for sure. She's always working, always on headset. You know what I'm saying? A behavioral cover, any strange secrecy, work stuff, and the timing right afterwards make it feel like a promotion tied to compliance. How they could use the job to manipulate her. Reward, loyalty lock in. After 400 a day, money, the remote job arrives at the next level. She believes she's finally winning, so she's protects the source. That's the source of her income. So like, yo, I can't, you know what I'm saying? But they box people in. Isolation through schedule control. They keep her on calls, late shifts, urgency tasks, constant check-ins. Last time with him, less honest conversations, more secrecy. Y'all can use that, but that's not necessarily my situation. Nothing like I like went through. You know what I'm saying? But y'all can use that because they probably, like I said, they definitely just using type tactics that these type people, use against us, man, and manipulate, because everybody's being manipulated. Don't think the gang stalkers ain't being they being controlled and manipulate. Most of them worse than y'all. Most of them probably was gang stalked and end up submitting and becoming that. You know what I'm saying? Incentives to stay silent. Don't bring drama to this job. If you talk, you lose everything. If he finds out, the job is gone. Her silence is enforced by fear of losing income status. Narrative engineering. If the network wants custody, property advantages, the remote job helps create a public image. She looks stable, employee, responsible. He looks disabled, complaining, conflict prone in their framing. This is why it is so important for me to speak out and speak up. I didn't know what I still don't know what these people could have been telling anybody. You know what I'm saying? And like I talk trash and it still don't come out. Like, you know, like I don't know what they could be saying about me. But a lot of this makes sense because this is, and y'all can tell from my other podcasts that I did do, this is the stuff I was saying. Like a lot of this is the positioning they was trying. This is the way they was trying to position themselves. Period. You know what I'm saying? With her income, he can claim I can maintain the kids here. He's the instability. The father keeps title, block repairs, home chaos, pressure to push him out. This is why I gotta go through my home and show everything that I did. And it's not to ever discredit her. I never ever, I always say in everything, she plays her part, but I play my part. And yes, me being disabled, yes, I stopped being able to do a lot of stuff. But no, I still kept this house. I played my part, son. You can just look around the house and see that with proof. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is they look weak. They look weak, and I would be. I'm not even gonna say that because it don't matter how they feel. You know what I'm saying? But it just I can say this: they look weak as fuck, and they look like they gonna have a lot of explaining to do. You know what I'm saying? Explain your motherfucking self, son. Cause you try to drive me crazy. You tried to do all of these things, and son, you made me better, and I thank you for it. Thank you all. It's sincerely from the deepest depths of my heart. Sure. You just revealed to me how beautiful of a human being I am. I'm calling myself beautiful. And I'm not talking about that. I am, but don't be deceived, son. That's the illusion. I know y'all gonna think about how beautiful, because I'm a whole snack out here. You know what I'm saying? I know what y'all thinking. No, it's the beauty on the inside, son. And that's the power, son. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the beauty on the inside of me is coming out, son. And it is making the beauty on the outside. I don't know if that can get any beside. No, let me stop. Let me get out of here, son. Y'all know I'm a goofball a little bit. I'm trying to chill though. I think y'all got enough of just some of the tactics, and yeah, I put some more up for y'all of this, so y'all could just see how to control AI. Y'all can see my situation, what I told AI, and y'all could reframe it, use your situation, and make AI cooperate. Like, why is this happening to me, son? So some of y'all parents were targeting individuals. Like I keep telling these people, they target bloodlines. This is why it's so stupid for us to ever let them make us work against each other. They don't care about us, man. You know what I'm saying? Mike Jackson told y'all. You know what I mean? So it just is what it is. But again, I'm Raphael Rasheen. This is the True I Speak podcast, and I'm out of here.